Red Wing fans know this sound. Our team just scored. Hockey fans and players are a unique breed. They dress in their team jerseys and spend hours every week freezing in the bleachers to watch their favorite players, breathing in Zamboni fumes and taking in the sights and sounds of hockey. They hope for a goal, an assist, and a win. Becoming a player in the NHL is the dream of many a young player and their parents. They spend thousands of dollars annually to participate in this fast-paced, exciting team game. Walk into a rink anytime and you will see boys and girls hard at work honing their passing, shooting, deking, and goaltending skills, and parents in the stands cheering them on. Hockey is for everyone is a slogan that the NHL and USA Hockey are touting these days. Ads are in hockey magazines, on their websites, and in their advertisements. It is in hockey shops and ice rinks. But is this true? Is hockey really for everyone? Take a look at the NHL. Of the 800 plus players, only 41 are not white. 5% diversity doesn't scream hockey is for everyone. The NHL is behind all other professional sports in terms of team and fan diversity. The NHL did not have an African American player until 1958 when Willie O'Ree suited up to play with the Boston Bruins. That's 12 years after Kenny Washington started playing in the NFL, 11 years after Jackie Robinson started playing in the MLB, and 8 years after Nat Clifton and Earl Lloyd started playing in the NBA. Alex, in the blog Black, Blue, and Gold, says that young athletes of color want to emulate other athletes of color, of which the NHL has very few, so they play other sports growing up. This sentiment is repeated by Anthony Stewart, forward for the Atlanta Thrashers. As one of the 4 black skaters on the team, the highest in the NHL, he said, "It's good to look around and see other people that look like you. It's definitely a positive for the game." Why is the NHL so slow to bring diversity to the ranks of players? I believe there are many reasons, but first and foremost is the availability of ice rinks to everyone. Warmer climates have few ice rinks in their communities than communities that are in colder climates. For example, in Michigan, there are over 150 ice rinks according to the Arena Maps website. The About Travel website shows only 16 ice rinks in Florida. This significantly impacts the number of young people that have access to the sport. The blog Black, Blue, and Gold says, "Lot of making hockey more accessible to young athletes of color overlaps with making hockey accessible to people in southern states that lack naturally formed outdoor ice." Hockey is also a very expensive sport. It can cost parents more than $1,000 to get their kids geared up properly. That's before you pay ice fees, fees for teams and referees, and the list goes on and on. Adding to the cost, if you want to have a shot at the NHL, you probably want to get into a AAA program. These ice fees can be upwards of $500 per month, and that does not include traveling fees for tournaments, hotels, gas, food, and other expenses. Anthony Stewart of the Thrashers said, "It was a bit tough financially, but we had great community support. Without that support, I don't think that myself or my brother would be here," referring to the NHL. Unfortunately, all potential hockey players do not have this type of support. Alex continues in the Blue, Black, and Gold blog saying that some of it is socioeconomic. People of color experience poverty at 1.5 to 2 times the rate of whites in the United States. Hockey is very expensive to play, even at the pickup level. Washington Capitals forward Joel Ward, who is black, says, "People like to see their own kind, and we're definitely getting more minorities in the game. It has come a long way. We've just got to keep getting that out there." I think this is a factor in the low number of minorities playing hockey. There are not that many professionals, and kids want to emulate people who they can relate to. The NHL's program, Hockey is for Everyone, is trying to combat this. They have started hosting events to generate interest in the sport in the area of higher diversity. One program in Washington, D.C. has kids working with hockey great Alex Ovechkin. The athletes, mostly minorities, report having tons of fun and learning to love the game. Hopefully, as this program and others gain steam, the future prospects of the NHL will begin to become a more diverse group. The fan base also reflects the league, with the vast majority, about 75% of the NHL players being Canadian and 75% of Canada's population being white. There's going to be a skewed demographic in the sport and its fans. The Washington Post writes that the Atlanta Thrashers have one of the fastest growing groups of African Americans becoming hockey fans. I wonder if this has to do with having 4 African American players on their team. That's the most of any team in the NHL. Making hockey more accessible, seeing diversity slowly creep onto team benches, and pushing the whites-only stereotype out of the NHL can only help the sport achieve diversity. Only time will tell if the steps being taken today will translate into a more diverse NHL bench tomorrow.